Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel. It's Dirty Dems aka Demographics, and today I'm bringing you a special video. It's going to be about my dogs and the puppies that we currently have at the moment. So I'm based in the UK. I'm a graffiti artist, mural artist, so I paint street art, people's bedrooms. I do a lot of sketches and artwork from home and canvases, so you can check out some of the other videos on my channel if you're tuning in just for this puppy video. So that's a little background on me. I have always been into the bull breed dog. I had 2 Staffordshire bull terriers. For about 15 years, and they grew to the end of their life, so they, these dogs normally live for about 15 years if you're lucky. So yeah, they had a good life, and I've always been around the bull breed. And I came across the XL bully. So I don't know if you know what's going on in the UK at the moment, but there's the government have decided to ban the XL bully breed, unfortunately, which I think is ridiculous because of the small minority have ruined it for the majority, as usual. So you get young people that may be buying these dogs for status, and the media have picked up on it, reporting of them as dangerous dogs and making them out to be responsible for violent attacks, when really we all know that it's down to the owners and how a dog is brought up. So being responsible owners definitely helps when you're dealing with these large breeds of dog. So unfortunately the government decided to ban it, and there was a legal case happening with the Don't Ban Me, License Me group. Unfortunately they weren't able to pause the ban over Christmas, so all the dogs that have gone into homes over Christmas will be euthanized after the 31st of December if the vets go along with this ban. We're hoping that maybe some people will stand up to the government's rules of euthanasia and the breed specific law, because it's outdated, and really we need to look at this from a different perspective and maybe have licenses for dogs, so responsible dog owners can own dogs, and those that don't shouldn't be allowed to have them. So yeah, the government made the decision to ban the breed based off maybe 4 attacks in the space of a year, which they put down to an XL bully type. So they weren't actually identified, the breed or the type wasn't identified, they were just given a label, and then they rushed through this new law to ban the XL bully, and unfortunately a lot of dogs will fall under the category due to the government's very vague description of what an XL bully is. So if your dog is a large bull type crossbreed that has the same measurements, then yeah, it will fall under that category. So really, as owners, we've all been pushed to exempt our dogs, because after next year, I think it's January next year, it will be illegal to own a dog without a certificate of exemption. So if you have a large dog that falls under this category, you are at risk of having your dog confiscated off you if you're out in a public space, and it fits this description that the government have put up. So anyway, that's a bit of background information of what's happening here in the UK. It's currently December the 27th, and I'm just making this video to give you an update of our puppies that we have. So we have some Staffordshire Bull Terrier puppies from our dog Luna. Who's had this litter over Christmas, and it's our first litter here. We've not had a litter before, but we were planning to breed our XL bullies, but this is not going to happen because of the new law. So the breeding with the Staffordshire Bull Terrier has gone ahead, and she is of a very high pedigree. So really this video is to give you insight into how the breeding went, how the whelping has gone. It's our first time whelping a litter of puppies, and it's all been a new experience for us. So there'll be some footage of the puppies growing up. They're currently about 4 weeks old now, so we've got halfway. And there'll be 4 more weeks, and they'll be ready to go round about January the 20th 2024. So I don't know when you're watching this video, most probably be sometime in the future. They may have all gone, but yeah, if you're interested in how our puppy whelping went, then this is the video to watch, because there'll be some clips of them growing up, and I'll also talk a bit about Pedigree and how I feel the experience was. So I'll bring up a picture of Luna, which is our girl Luna. She was purchased from Brookbell Kennels, a well-known kennel, and her mum was Missy and her father was Morris. So Morris is from Bullscaff Kennels, which is well known for the European style jet black show quality staffs, and he's won championships. His bloodline's won championships in Europe, and that is shown on his 5th generation pedigree. So I have all this on the certificate, so when you're buying a pup from us, you will get the certificate of 5 generations, and it will show all the champions in the bloodline on both sides. So Morris has won a championship at Crufts, so he's a Crufts champion, which makes him very special and unique. And we'll have a look at some pictures of him now. So as you can see, he's a fine specimen of a dog. Unfortunately, he has passed now, but yeah, that was a huge impact and huge news for Bullscaff Kennels. He nonetheless was a perfect example of a pure black Staffordshire Bull Terrier. So that's where Luna's unique looks come from. She's very athletic, slim build, but strong and beautiful blue colour. So I'd like to show you a picture of Missy from Brookbell Kennels. This is again a very beautiful dog. I think she has been moved on from Brookbell Kennels, but she was one of their main blue staffs for a while. But yeah, she's a beautiful dog and a beautiful temperament of dog, and that's very important when breeding dogs, is the temperament. Because of the climate we're in now, people are looking for loving, friendly dogs. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think most dogs, when they're puppies, nip, so it's about letting them learn their bite force and not being scared of this nipping, because when we had Luna, she used to nip us quite a lot, but she's grown out of that phase and now she's a loving and affectionate dog. So it's really looking past that, and we'll be looking for people that have experience or are capable of looking after these dogs. And as they're quite boisterous when they're puppies, they're high energy, you need to know what you're getting into when you're buying a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. So I'm going to bring up the 5 generation certificate that you will receive with a pup from this litter, and I've gone through it, and from what I can count, there is about 13 champions on the Trojan Bull kennel side. There's a lot of champions in that bloodline, and that leads down to Mika, which is the sire for this litter. And then on the Brookbell side, which is Luna's side, she's come from Brookbell Kennel, and there's 7 that I can see in her bloodline from the Brookbell Kennel side of things. So this is all documented on the Kennel Club, the official Kennel Club. So they're all registered and have the pedigree numbers, and you can trace back the history there. So I'm going to bring that up on the screen now. I think from what I can tell, if it has CH, that means that dog has won a championship title. If you have a look, you will be able to spot how many CHs appear next to their names. There's so many dogs that look like good quality dogs. I'm not familiar with all of them, but if you're following the Staffordshire Bull Terrier scene, you may know or have heard of some of these names and know some of the lines. So yeah, comment in the comment section below if any of these sound familiar to you. So talking a bit about the experience of the labour or the birthing, Luna went into labour on the 26th of November, and it was a Saturday, and it went on for about 5 or 6 hours. I think it was like 4:45, and she started with the first one, and by 9:45, 11 o'clock, round about then, she had stopped, but they were coming out regularly. So when they came out, we had a puppy whelping pack, which you get rubber gloves, like a pipette. You need to make sure that they're breathing, so you stick the pipette in their mouths, suck all the mucus out if there is any, maybe do the nostrils, and just make sure that they're breathing all right. There shouldn't be like any sort of wheezing in their breath. Then you give them to the mother, which was Luna. She then cleans them up, so she'll then lick them up and get all the afterbirth stuff off the sacs. That you burst the sac open, and then she'll clean that up, so she'll eat all that, and that's supposed to be nutrients for her anyway. So she did really well with that. It was sort of like exciting and worrying at the same time, but there was no complications. In our litter we had 7, so there's 6 girls and 1 boy. So he was the smallest, but he's very feisty and very mobile. He's very fast, running around quite a lot.
That one.
So talking about the whelping, the birth went well, considering there was no major complications. She didn't need a C-section, which can happen. Some dogs, smaller dogs, need help with their birth, and a cesarean is needed, so I think that can be quite costly if you have to call out an emergency vet and get a C-section. So yeah, she did really well as a mother and did it all on her own, and bless her, she was quite exhausted, but we made sure to constantly check her for water. We were giving her lots of water. We were giving her goat's milk, which is fine for dogs to drink. So we're not using cow's milk, as that's not suitable. We were using the goat's milk. We had a bit of a scare with her before, where we thought she may have had eclampsia during pregnancy, but she wasn't. She pulled through. I think she just had an upset stomach, so she got over that. She had some antibiotics from the vets, and she was fine after that. She has done really well, and we were topping up her goat's milk regularly, giving her 2 or 3 times as much food than she would normally eat, because she's providing for the pups when they're suckling. So we were giving her lots of food. I've been sleeping downstairs next to the whelping box. We managed to get a really good whelping box that was hand built off of the internet, and it's been really good. It's got like a barrier around the edges to stop the puppies getting crushed. A lot of the time the mum can end up sitting on them or whatever, squashing them, so that shelter space on the edges allows that pup to get into that safety zone, so that it doesn't get crushed or squashed in the corners of the whelping box. So that was a good design. Now that they've grown bigger, they're now 4 weeks old, we've put them into like a kids playpen, and we've just taped off the holes in the playpen so they can't escape through the holes, but they're starting to walk. They've opened their eyes. They're a lot more energetic. They've even tried to climb out, where we had some cardboard at the entrance to allow Luna to get in and out to feed them. They managed to climb up that cardboard, so they're getting stronger, and now we're shutting the gate on the pen fully now, so I have to constantly let Luna in and out when they want feeding. Pups generally feed every 4 hours, less as they get older. Yeah. Greenie. So I'm sleeping down there. I've got a fold out bed. I've been sleeping down there, letting Luna out to regular toilets, making sure she's fed and had enough to drink. So constantly keeping an eye on the pups. I can't shut the gate. We've started weaning them as well, so we've blended their kibble, and we're adding warm water to sort of make it mushy, and a little bit of goat's milk. For them, so it's puppy kibble. It's got all the nutrients that puppies need, and yeah, we're just starting to wean them onto that solid food to give Luna a bit of a break, because bless her, she's been letting them suckle non-stop, so she's been a really good mum to them and bonding well with them and doing her duties as a mum very well. So I'd just like to talk about the stars of the litter. They're all amazing dogs or puppies, and we had that blue girl. She's beautiful. It's almost like purple colour. She's a very dark grey, so she's almost black, but you can tell she's not black because the rest of them are black, and there is a difference there. So I don't know what should be classed as. But for this video I'm calling her the blue, because Luna being the mum, she's a blue staff, she's a light blue, and this is a very dark, almost black blue, so dark grey. And then we've got the boy, who is the only boy in the litter, and he could grow up to be an amazing pedigree stud, to go on to produce more litters. He's got a feisty personality. He's very athletic, like he's running around the playpen a lot. He sort of charges across here and there. So yeah, he's got a strong spirit. I mean, generally most of them are very chilled out and sleepy. The green collar one, she's very feisty. So out of all of them, she's the most feistiest one, the green collar, and she's like tugging on stuff and pulling things. So she's got that feistiness about her. And the red one's probably the one of the biggest next to the green collar. So the green collar I think was the heaviest. We've also been weighing them after they were born. We were weighing them every day, took dates, and just kept an eye on their weight to make sure that none of them were going backwards or losing weight. They were all gaining weight, and they have been, and it's now visibly evident that they're getting bigger. So yeah, we're not worried about their weights. But yeah, they're beautiful puppies, lovely glossy black coats, and you can just about see some brindle. Luna's got a bit of brindle in her blue, and I think maybe like her father Morris would have been a black brindle, and the sire to this litter, he is a black brindle. He's a lovely dog. Mika, he's come from Trojan Bull Kennels, which is a well recognised kennel for studs, if you want that show quality staff dog. So he's a big chunky black brindle male, and he's won some championships as well. So we've got all that in their paperwork, and you'll receive a puppy pack with each pup. And yeah, so we're looking for people that have experience. So we're looking for people that can look after the pups. So you know, we'll be sort of looking to see what their background's like, what you know, what the situation at home is going to be when they go to their forever homes. Do they have gardens, space to run around, quality of life? Yeah, it's exciting times here, and we're not in a rush to really sell the dogs. We'd rather not make that mistake of just moving them on too quickly and then going to homes that we regret them going to. We want to keep in touch, and we want to have a WhatsApp group where people can post progress pictures of them growing up, their development, and share with the group from that litter. Everybody can share pictures of their pups growing up and keep in touch. And if for whatever reason you can't keep your dog and your circumstances change, or you can't handle the dog breed or whatever it is, we wouldn't want you to rehome that dog or resell that dog. We would say, bring that back to us, please. You know, we'll take on looking after that dog and making sure it's cared for. Another thing is, we haven't put any restrictions on the dog, so if you're buying a dog from us, you could breed the dog, but we would want you to look for something of equal quality, something that's going to better the pedigree and produce good pups and a good bloodline. So we'd want you to take it a step further. So if you're looking for a sire, we'd want you to do your research and stuff like that. It's entirely up to you what you do, but these pups have come from a really good champion bloodline, and you're buying into that, so you'll be able to continue that. Also, if you were to buy the male, you'd be able to stud him as well. But yeah, this is we're not stopping anyone from doing their own thing. All we want is the best for their welfare, so we wouldn't want them to go just to anybody. So we will be checking that out properly before they go on. So if you've watched this video and you are currently expecting a litter yourselves, or having your first litter, and you've got any questions about how it went for us, I can give you my personal sort of experience. If you want to message me directly, I can tell you, from experience what I went through and what we did. I'm not saying what we've done is the correct way to do things. There's people out there that do things differently, but we can only give you sort of our experience, and if you're unsure of what to do, you can always ask me a question. So that's it, we've got to the end of the video. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. You can also check out some of the other videos. If you're interested in the artwork, please do have a look through and share as many videos as you can. That would be much appreciated.